Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, bro? I'm in the building.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, bro? I'm in the building.
There you go. We good.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, there we go. We in there now. There we go. We in there now. Let me get to the news like I always do. Let's get to the news. Let's get to the news. Let's get to the news and let me post this bitch.
Do your thing. I'm ready.
No doubt.
Get to the news and let me post this bitch.
We live until these networks come and get us. Y'all gotta see all the behind the scenes editing this shit right now. Until these networks come pick the show up, you gotta see us getting it fixed right now. Bottom line, deal with it.
Until these networks come pick the show up,
Come get us.
getting it fixed right now. Bottom line, deal with it.
Send this thing where it belongs. Let's go. Man, franchise. Where we at? 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 Here we go. Post it and we good. And we in the building. Alright. Let's post it in the league. Quarter alert the league offense. Man. Trade chat. I need the real Game of Thrones chat. Here we go. There we go. We good. Quarter alert. Tune in. R.T.S. Show. Alright. Boy, been at work, man. Been working hard, man. One thing I know is the work ethic is picked up. Along the lines of you gotta work to get what you want. That shit's happening right now. Let me get these guys to understand. Let's go. Super Bowl is Super Bowl Tuesday in the Game of Thrones League, man. Let's get to it. Comment on video. There they go. Now they starting to come on. There go the kids. Mike and Chris. Brobo on, babe. Look. Brobo on, him and wifey. Oh, shit. Brobo on. We ain't seen you talk to Brobo in a while. Go to their comment on video. Like. For gift. CMD tone. Yeah, Young Breweries, what's up, man? What's up with you? All right, man. As you know, man, here's the franchise guru. We back with another episode of R.T.S. Real talk show. Best show around, hands down. Don't ask nobody, find out yourself. We in the Game of Thrones league. Same thing, best league around, hands down. Don't find it. You know all the good shit we always talk. Yeah, I didn't know. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we are continuing from last night. I gave y'all a late night show with the Pro Bowl. So you know we back at the Super Bowl right now, man. And a rematch from last year. Who winning the bowl? That's the question. What's up, Antonio? Seahawks on deck. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a rematch from last year, though, man. The exact same game. The only thing switched is who's the home team in this game. You know what I'm saying? We've been road warriors all year, and we playing the great team, man. Demon Time's finest, man. Their leader got his team over there with that running back, George, a.k.a. Charles Barkley, over there doing whatever he want. 5 touchdowns a game in the playoffs. I'm screaming that Naj Israel's the best running back in the league when it's playoff time. But I don't know, man. George Barkley is doing what he's doing. Wrong alley here. Uh-oh. Hitter to spit out. Hitter, I hit you up. I called you. I was looking for you. You my co-host. I needed you on the show. We got a special guest on deck with me right now, one of your favorite guys, which became one of my favorite guys. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Shit ready to go down, boy. Ready to go down. So wherever you at, you better bring your ass, boy. No homo. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, what's up, Hitter, man? Get your ass on. I know it's Tuesday, you off and shit. What's up, Nano? Now we starting to lock in. There we go. All right, so this is what I need y'all to do. I need all y'all to, that's in those recruiting chats and all that shit. Somebody, Nano, I would prefer it be you because you my guy. Can you share this shit through all the recruiting chats? And we need you to take control of the group me page on Facebook, man. You gotta like kind of run that, Nano. So I'll give you the information. I already made you administrator, so handle your business. You heard? You are a tech guy. You are a social media guy, man. Take care of that shit, man. I gave you personal passcodes and shit. You should be doing all that right now. You know what I'm talking about? Teamwork make the dream work. Simple as that. All right, man. So as always, man, real talk. You know, we would take you through the playoffs. We took you everywhere. We going into season 8. I mean, once the playoffs start, to me, that's season 8. We in the next season. And we locked and loaded, man. Coming down the stretch of Game of Thrones, we are playing against some odds here, man, because you loving your team at this point, but you know it's about to come to an end soon because, you know, the magnificent RDL5 will be starting when the Super Bowl is over in real life and the NFL Combine start, and, you know, we intertwine those two together with our league and the Combine. So, and not only that, man, we got some great shit coming up we'll talk about too. The plugs will come out real soon to what's going on down the stretch and why your man been busy doing some things right now, man. Again, Hero Burgers, congrats fellas on making it to the show. I'm back. What's up, Burgers? That vid ain't holding you down, huh, cuz? None of that. We just lock in and shut the room door and hit the liquor store one time and get like a 230 packs. You know what I'm saying? And 2 pints of your best liquor and just lock in and drink that vid out of you. That's how you do it. I don't even think you had the vid. I think you were just on protocol. But still, you drink that vid out of you. All that mucus come up when you shaking shots of Henny. You know what I'm talking about? Drinking that Henny, boy, that bullfucking monster offense you run, cuz. Knock it off. All right, so as we get to the get you, man. So last night we talked about it. I'll give y'all a few things just to recap what happened in the playoff series, especially in them AFC Championship games. We're gonna give y'all a recap of, you know, what went down in those games. But before we get into all that, you know, I gotta read some news. We gotta get back to the old flavor and shit. Gotta read some of the news, man. So right now, league news, it all comes down to this. In the most highly anticipated game of the season, the Ravens will meet the Packers in Super Bowl. This is 62, right? Super Bowl 62 for the right to lift the Lombardi Trophy. Or is this Super Bowl 61? I think it's Super Bowl 61. But, of course, we in Game of Thrones, so let's get to it. Theme music is present. I'm ready. I'm in my bag today, man. You know the title. Your YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, you heard? So I'm in here. Let's go. Let's not play no games. All right, so all y'all texting me, stop texting me. I need the music to play. Trey Wigo says, the biggest and best day in sports, Super Bowl Sunday. Can't wait for the Ravens and the Packers. No matter who comes out on top, the Super Bowl. What's that? LXI. What's that, Erica? That's 61, right?
Yeah, I think so.
61. I was right. All right, bet. I don't go against the wifey. Mrs. Goodell is on deck, too. Say hi to the fans, Mrs. Goodell.
Hey, what's up?
Where Hitter been at? Ross Tucker says it doesn't get any better as well. Peter Strake says this is the game we've been waiting for. Ravens and Packers rematch. Terrific showdown. All right, so of course you got to talk about the MVP of the league, greatness reward. An amazing season ended in the MVP award for Wafi Camden. I was just doing my job, Camden said. Awards were the last thing on my mind. Listen, when you got a good player, great kid, came out of college, he's a top shelf type guy, man. Ain't that the answer you expect him to say? Not cocky, not talking crap, he just did his job. He wasn't worrying about awards, but the award came, and that's that. So we're gonna also honors keep coming for LaFleur. Matt LaFleur joined selected company by winning his third NFL Coach of the Year. This guy stayed winning Coaches of the Year, and the MVP award is a reputation builder. Respect that Wafi Camden got it, man. Wafi Camden is MVP, not even close. I'm talking about highest honor. The Defensive Player of the Year award was given to Andreas Pedro Morales for the third time for a season that's for saw torment and intimidate opposing offenses on a weekly basis. Simple as that. We talked about Wafi. As we've seen, best in the NFL, the Offensive Player of the Year award to the AFC has gone to Lamar Jackson, considering by many to be a front runner for the award prior to the season. Did not disappoint in any way. Simple as that. He out here balling, doing big boy things right now. Let's take you inside the numbers right now. First of all, before we get deep into the numbers right now, man, I told y'all I got a special guest right now, man. Man, this is my absolute favorite YouTuber. I learned a lot from this guy, man. A lot of y'all about to be able to have the same information and things that I get, learning how to play this game. And if you're a real football guy, you know, you understand concepts, you understand how to play this game, there's none better out there on YouTube that's putting out real football content and mixing it with the game, all right? And if you can put the two together and if your brain can wrap around the concept of what he does and how he teaches these things, man, you'll become a dog, bro, and I'll be the first to admit I got a lot from this guy. Hitter as well. We go hardcore with him. Don't send me no invites to a game if you ain't talked to me first. Remember that. I don't accept invites unless you told me we was playing. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, man, let's give a shout out, man. A warm welcome from my Game of Thrones guys. All y'all that's commenting, man. Just let me get a hey, Coach DC. That's all I need to hear, man. Y'all hear me screaming that on my broadcasts when I'm doing certain shit. I need a hey, Coach DC tag in the comment section by the loyal Game of Thrones members. You know what I'm talking about? Show this man some love. What's up, Coach? What's going on with you, kid?
Man, what's going on? AntHits, my dude, man. What's happening with you, bro? I appreciate that, man. That's a hell of an intro.
Man, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. You know, especially within the Game of Thrones league, bro. Bunch of loyal guys that love this game, man. First of all, let's just talk about how you got started in doing the YouTube thing.
Well, basically, man, I was fiddling with it for a minute, you know, and I knew I had some good stuff, so I just basically one day was like, all right, man, I'm gonna make a highlight video and put it on YouTube and just to see what the response was.
Right.
And so made a little highlight video, put it out there. I think like in the first couple of days I might have had 100 views or whatever, and then it was like people just started catching on to it, and I didn't even talk on the video. It was just highlights. And so guys were coming in, commenting, and like, man, how are you doing that? Like, what game, what mode are you playing on? They didn't even understand it. So,
right.
Yep, that's it.
Now,
September 25th of last year, bro.
Damn. And already up to 10,000 plus right now. That's work right there, man. That's hard work, man. And we all got you know, people that pave ways and shit, man. I would say this: you the first guy out of all these YouTube guys that actually not a selfish guy, man. You have no problem. You talk in your comments. You know, some of these guys don't even read their comments, man. You replied to everything. You're not biased. You got nothing but information to give, and you don't hold it in. You ain't one of those guys to be like, I don't want nobody running my shit. No. You just, you know what I mean? And that makes the game funner, because if everybody can do it, what makes you great?
Right. I just look at like Madden in the community. You know, I'm old head, so I've been at this for a long time. I pretty much played every Madden there is, and so, you know, I just look at some of this stuff. I got a partner of mine who needles me about this like every morning in our little call. He gives me the whole Coach DC spiel. Oh God, you're Coach DC now, and I'm like, this my homie who I met through Madden.
Right.
And me and this dude, we've been best friends and friends, man, like 20, 25 something years, man. And so people have to understand that this game kind of transcends just the just being on the game itself, man. You as you know, I've met you, and me and you've been conversating nonstop, you know, for weeks now, and it's like, you know, getting to know you. You develop relationships and stuff through this game, and so I just try to put it out there in the text that we all can understand it. Meaning, if you understand a little football, you can easily relay some of the stuff that I'm saying. It may be a little bit deeper for some people, but for the most part, I just try to put it out there. I want to see everybody be able to do this stuff, so then we can actually find out who the best player really is. Because I
Right.
still don't think we actually really know.
No, you really don't, man, because there's so many different avenues to take. So let's talk about the number one avenue that most people take when they go to a YouTuber. Everything's about one play touchdowns, manipulating the defense, glitchy plays, nano blitzes, all that stuff that really is exciting, and you can see why these guys gain a big fan base right away for what they teach. And they teach it for the most part. Would you agree with me on this? Most of them teach it for the MUT mode.
No, those are facts. That's everybody knows that. That's not even really a debatable. Yeah, that is what it is.
We was talking offline, and we were saying like, damn, if we can, those guys that's out there winning these tournaments in MUT right now, I don't think they're the best Madden players in the world. I think the best Madden players come from connected franchise mode, and that's I really feel that way. Not. This is not one of those shows where we just gonna tear apart those guys that paved the way for guys that
Right.
want to be an upcoming YouTuber to be one. Because without them, this wouldn't be a platform at all. So with that being said, though, I will tell you this: what attracted me to your content was, one play touchdowns. That's that's show football. Okay. But what happens though, a lot of that stuff don't work in connected franchise mode. We know that. Like you can't come over and manipulate a threshold because when you playing online or you playing MUT, your card is what it is or your player is what it is. So if this guy has a 90 threshold at speed or a 90 threshold at man, you can manipulate that part of it. But in franchise mode, you can get that guy at 90 now, right? And man zone or whatever the case may be. 2 weeks later, he had a 3+ upgrade point somewhere along the line. Now your threshold don't work the same no more. So you not throwing that same one play touchdown no more, and you can't figure out why. Because you're not understanding that it's a little bit more to football. In real life, guys get better. They come in as a rookie. The speed of the game too fast for them right now. But once that speed slow down and their IQ kick in, that's like Madden with the thresholds. The better the player get with his IQ, and he can develop, get faster, stronger, whatever. But the IQ is the reason why you can't one play touchdown him or you can't beat him off the jam or you not, you know what I mean? So with the game, you have to better translate that in a way where, it matches the game as itself. So in franchise mode, the development of players changes. These guys out here beating cover 3. Yeah. And they showing you a cover 3 beater all day or 4 drop beating that, whatever the case may be. The thresholds change all that. So again, what attracted me to you was your football language, man. I mean, I'm watching you break down plays, and you not showing us how to run a play. You showing us how to play football. And how fast when you in the world of YouTube and where that's not the norm at all. How did you within a year get that fast to being able to have 10,000 people watching you right now to see that part of the game?
For me, I had to remain true to what I believed in, which is just the concept of just playing football in itself. I can't play the game with the glitches and all that kind of stuff. I come from the era where I've seen every glitch from route flipping and you snap the ball. It used to be an eye close glitch where you could motion the guy over, snap the ball, and the guy who was guarding him was on the other side of the field.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But see, now I'm gonna tell you what was funny though. Guys would actually play this style and they would justify it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's football. And I used to be like, bruh, tell me where show me one game you've ever seen that. Just show me one highlight. If you can show me one highlight, I'll shut up. I'll just shut up and you got this one. But from the language and stuff that comes from years of coaching, 25 years and that stuff like in the game of coaching football for real.
Right.
Now, funny story is one thing that attracted me to when I went on your page for the first time. The first video I saw was not a Madden video.
Right,
It
right,
was
right.
youth football
Yeah, yeah,
sports,
yeah.
and that's my background. That's where I came from. That's how I
Right.
learned how to coach. I came from youth sports to coaching in school and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I see that, I'm like, okay, this is a real dude. He know the grind. He understand what the grind is about.
Right.
And so as it relates, I think we all want to play football.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the reason why we picked this game up. In essence, we all picked this game up to play the game the way it's supposed to be played, or the way we see it on Sundays, Saturdays, Friday nights,
Right.
Saturday mornings, whenever. The glitches and all that stuff just to win, dog. That's a choice, man.
Right.
That
Right.
that that ain't that. We don't have to do that to play. Because if you see it and you know it's not real, then you have the choice to not do it. You know what I'm
Your
saying?
one play touchdown is equivalent to me covering you on a deep ball and I fall down. How many chances you think that's going to happen in real life? How many times am I going to trip over my own sneak and get walked by for a touchdown? That's the equivalence to playing this video game with these one play touchdowns, guys, man. And what happens is the moment you can pick, because at the end of the day, we're still playing a video game. So the AI controls a lot of things. You have to be able to do a lot of things. But talk to me about how you was able to, again, bring the real life football aspect of what we see every day when we watching this game and make it translate to a video game.
I grew up, or I made my name or whatever in Madden is probably long before a lot of these dudes were born. So I played in like MWS when we used to have to sit next to the guy and play.
Right.
You had to you had to feel that dude's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't mouth off. You couldn't talk your same talk if you sit next to a 6'6",
Mm-hmm.
225
Right.
dude.
Right. You talking all that shit.
Yeah,
Slap the hell
yeah. Your energy had to be a little different. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So you had to make choices back then. Unless you was rolling like that or whatever.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, from that, I call that in Madden, I call that the user era.
Right.
Because
Okay.
back then, you had guys who made their bones, who were big time dudes in Madden, but these were mostly it was just user dominated game. So you had to be able to do something on the game. You couldn't
Right.
just sit there and call a play. In that play, now there were the plays that worked,
Mm-hmm.
but for the guys that separated themselves from the pack were the guys who had the user skills. They had the great click on skills. They had the great, skills to be able to change direction and go take away a route. And those were the guys that were successful. So for me, I just simply relay everything I've been through in Madden to now. And all I did was learn, through a lot of trial and error, how to make those things happen again.
Right.
Through just sitting there for hours, running the same play maybe 1,000 times and
Practice
throwing
mode.
the route. Practice mode, dog. That's I used to, people used to laugh. I used to say this on my early videos, and people were like, "Man, practice mode don't do nothing."
Right.
I'm like, nah, bro. Practice mode teaches you what not to do.
Exactly. I was the same way, man. I'm on headset with my boys, and they like, "What's those whistles blowing in the background?" For hours, though. Oh, I'm in practice. Practice, huh? We talking, we sit here wasting all this time. I ain't got a game to play. I need to be doing something, and I'm practicing. Whistles blowing, and for an hour I ran the same play, and you got the defense on random, and next thing you know, you get into a game, and it ain't a defense you ain't seen. No matter what,
Crazy.
in defense you ain't seen, you could just, I seen that. I was just running that for hours. So at the end of the
Crazy
day,
story,
that shit
real
worked.
quick. Crazy story, not to cut you off. Crazy
You
story,
good.
real quick. Just within the last 24 hours, I had a guy who reached out to me on Instagram, and he was, I get these questions like all day long, and so he's like, okay, how do you practice? And so you'd be surprised at the people who just don't understand the practice element and what it
Man.
actually does. And so we text back and forth for a little bit, and I told him, I said, well, get you 2 controllers. I said, if you have 2 different profiles, I said, have your main profile, put it on offense. I said, play against and set up the defenses. I said, what are you having problems with? He's like, I'm
Right.
having problems with cover 4. So I said, okay, do you know what defense it is? Yes. Get the other controller, plug into the user, put the defense on the field, run your offense against the defensive setup that's giving you a problem.
Right.
Within 2 hours, he hit me back and he was like, "Man, I can't believe that I ever had a problem with this defense."
Man, to see the breakdown, and then it takes us to the next thing: repetitiveness. People that's repetitive. That's what you have to be able to defend against that, or to be able to play against people like that that run the same shit over and over again. And again, we talked a little bit off air. We talked about how this game rewards repetitive players, people that run the same shit over and over again. The game kind of rewards that. So when we playing in a dish that does reward that, I think practice mode goes hand in hand with that, because you're constantly seeing the same defense, and eventually it just trains your eyes, your hand-eye finger coordination, all that stuff comes together. And when you start playing these games, and you don't believe, especially in franchise mode, practice mode is harder. The block shares are way nuts. You'll hear a lot of people scream that no matter what practice mode they in. But everything, the defense is a little bit more OP in practice. So when you get to the game is actually slowed down, because it doesn't run as fast or as smooth as it's running in practice. You don't see that same type of pressure. You might got to throw the ball in 2 seconds when you're in practice mode, right? But then you get in the game and you actually got 4 seconds. So you know what that does? If you constantly doing that, I'm a firm believer in this. You tell me if you agree with this. We got a 24-hour league. That means we play a game a night. I spend more time in practice mode than I do playing a game.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm for me to just be able to do what I do in putting out the videos, I have to, because before I ever put out a video, I'm gonna test my theory or whatever it is I'm trying to show in the video. I'm gonna break it down backwards, forwards, inside out against every defense, every meta defense. I actually watch YouTube videos of everything I see that's the matter. What's the latest blitz? What's the latest this? What's the latest that? I learned them, not to run them. I learned them so that I can understand what the counters are, where are the weaknesses. And so it's like when I see that stuff, it's like I might play a dude in my league or something. And we've been playing for a year now. So it's like I'll play him and I can tell what videos he's been watching.
Right, I'm the same way, bro. I call them out. I just don't put them out there. I call them out all the time. Like, you been watching this, huh? And then what you realize is you might say a name and they like, nah, but you don't realize the other 30 guys that's YouTube been running the same play too. So, you seen one, you seen them all at the end of the day though. But yeah. So like again, when me watching you, my man Hitter, DC Hitter, we call him. He got the Washington football team in my league and shit. I'm gonna show you some content. I'm gonna show you some rosters and stuff like that. But what happened is, we was watching you, especially in 20, man. I actually started following you in 20. And again, the language to go get the 50-50 balls and the position, and not understanding that everything don't have to be aggressive catching, and you can get the same animations with the possess. What is it? Not the aggressive, the possession
secure
catching.
now.
Secure now. That shit changed, but that possession catch was dangerous in 20, boy. Oh my God. Man. And which deemed us to be saying things like, we make a big play like that, and it's thank you, Coach DC, and I will watch these videos, man, and it's just like, you speak in my language, because I am a football guy, and I feel like I know football better than the next man. I just feel that way. That's how much football I am, in my opinion. I might not, but I feel like I do. So because of that, when I'm hearing that language, I'm like, wait, he's talking my language right now, like stacked on top of a DB, or you know what I mean, position yourself to go get these catches. This takes skill. So I say that because when you plan me, you see a lot of all that stuff, and a lot of the stuff I know from just knowing football, and a lot of stuff I know because I got a guy on headset right now that's interviewing with me that taught me you can make that real life shit happen on this game. So I learned these things. So when we talk about teams and this and that, no skill. Now skill is a lot of skill that come within this game, man. If you know a guy throw the ball deep all game long, and he can continuously throw the ball deep on you all game, no matter what your adjustments is, that's skill.
Right.
Simple as that.
Something.
That's skill. He knows something. He's doing something.
He knows something.
Flat out knows something. So at the end of the day, man, I think guys, when they start, especially in my league, they start checking your channel out, seeing what you got going on. I would advise them to go back to 20, Madden. Don't just look at the 21 content. Go all the way back to 20. and really see some of these things, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm selfish as hell. I did not want to bring you over here, how you talking right now, and how these guys seeing what I seen. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh
what happens
man,
is I
boy.
call them the millennials. We got a bunch of those in the league, and these guys just know how to play the video game. Flat out great at
Yep.
playing a video game. The
I
user,
got a
the
few.
stick work, all that.
Hmm.
Imagine what happens when they understand how to put real football in this to their user game. Like when they start doing a, oh my God, bro, we might have just opened up a
What
can of
what
worms.
what what? No, here's what happens normally because I do a lot of sessions. I trust me, I get all kind of guys. I've had NFL, NBA, everything, and so a lot of guys. Some guys a guy may come in and say, hey. I want to learn how to catch the 50-50 ball. And that's the first thing he comes in with. I have to, it's almost like I got to settle him down. It's like, yo, yo,
Hmm.
yo, 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 my man's,
Hmm.
my man's, my man's. Chill for a
I'm just
second.
saying, how you go get it? How you go get it? Coach
Right.
can just
I,
go get the
I
50.
wanna
What
I wanna
the-
catch the ball. Like I've had dudes come to sessions, they be like, look, man, can you just show me how to catch the ball in triple coverage? I mean, literally. This is what he said. And I'm like, bro, where do you see that in football?
Mhm.
I'm like, you might see that once, but that, yeah, I know it's the first highlight on ESPN, but that's the reason why it's the first highlight on
On
ESPN
ESPN, exactly.
because you don't see that crap all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so it's like I just try to get guys to, if you can get my motto is this: if you can understand the mechanics, the movement, how to make the things happen that you want to happen, there's a way. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Here, you. Hey, y'all want to know? Hit up CoachDC404.com and schedule a session. And trust me,
Right. It ain't
read the
free now.
reviews
Everything
first.
ain't
Hey,
free.
read the reviews first now before you pay your money. Read the reviews because when you
Hmm.
read the reviews, you'll understand where I'm going with it. But
Right.
honestly, it's just like I want people to understand the basic principle of just understanding the mechanics. If you do it the right way, a lot of times guys will come and say, man, the game is garbage because you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this. And then about 15 minutes into the session, they be like, oh, damn.
I'm one of them.
I feel
I'm
stupid.
one of
I
them.
feel, yeah. They be like, I feel stupid because all these years I've been screaming, the game is trash. The game can't do this. The game can't do that. And I just didn't know one or two simple little adjustments to what I was doing. And when I show it to them, they're like, it's like a light goes off. Like we talked about earlier today,
Hmm.
offline. It was
Right.
like a light goes off. And so once you start to understand that part, then the separation point between franchise, you know what I'm saying, when you play in franchise, the separation point between who's good and who's really good becomes user control.
Right.
Everybody's on the same playing field. That's why I love what your league does because it looks like every team in your league is on the same exact playing field.
Exactly that.
It's stars, it's X's. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, man. Look, like half the time, I really want to zoom in so I can find out who these people are.
Right.
I'm like, hey man, who the hell is this? And how
Right.
the hell did he get 5 stars all the way across from tackle to tackle? He got 5 stars. He got a star center. He got 3 X factor receivers, a star running back, a X factor quarterback. How did he get there? And so
Right.
when I see that, I want that for my regular leagues as well as this, what we got coming up and
Hmm.
all that stuff, man. So I'm with it, dog. I'm so with it right now.
Well, with this, you see, with the having, first of all, you don't get to this until you get to, you got to better, your league has to better get past season 5, bottom line, or you're not going to see this. I say about 4, 5, 6, we start to see the turnover. But again, I care about the guys that, one might not have the time, but they love my league, so they play in a 24-hour league. But they don't have the time to get their team as good as the guys that do, right? Or they just don't know how to get the team that like that, right? So what we do is we call it we call it our bottom tier network without hurting anybody's feelings. Those guys that can't, I'm not gonna say they're not good enough to do it. Let's just say they don't have the time or the resources yet to be able to get to their rosters that look like some of us who can get our rosters like this in 3 to 4 seasons, right? Um, a lot of people think my sliders are super high or they at the max. Nah, it's not, man. My skill players are on 165, And my linemen, because the linemen are harder to develop, as far as getting them to
Yeah.
upgrade, I got them on 200. So if your offensive and defensive line is on 200, everybody else is on 165. So now most people might not move their slider at all when it comes down to XP points and all that, but we do, right? That helps with the build. Then the second thing is the draft classes. We don't let regular Madden draft classes come out in any of my leagues, whether it's a real draft league or it's just a no-name draft where we can name guys what we want. Like I'm looking at the football team's roster right now. His quarterback is Jason Campbell. So in his mind, this is Jason Campbell's son, the old Washington football. You know what I'm saying? He named him that. So this is what takes our league into a different level with Game of Thrones, because we name our guys. Like me, I'm big on naming guys from my area that played South Jersey high school, all high school legends. I usually name those guys on my roster, right? But again, back to these rosters looking like it is, we do things. We give everybody opportunity to get a superstar, to get an X factor, to get some things done, to get contract restructures. We offer all this stuff in the league during the season while the game's playing. So guys tune into this, to my show, and every time you tune in, for the most part, it can be a gift. So the first 10 to 15 that's watching, they hit the like button and they show proof that they in it watching the video, then I give them a gift. And the gift might be, you get to put a player on Superstar, any player you want. Let's go. You know what I mean? And now we're in season 8 right now, and I think about that. How many times I do a show a day? I mean, every day I do a show damn near. We do things. And then awards, we award what Madden don't award. You know what I'm saying? Like, we also award things too. So you get 4 player of the weeks in one season, you get 2-year contract extension on a guy. So okay, so now Lamar Jackson about to come up on that contract. He about to ask for about $290 million. I got a 2-year extension on him. I don't gotta worry about him. I could take care of some other areas. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, and then it evens the playing field. So you got 2 tiers of Madden guys. You got the guys that understand these 99 rosters in season 8, where there's really no separation from teams. So you're not just going to line up and I got the Chiefs and you got the Jets and you don't got nobody on your team that can stop what I got on offense. We call that holes all over the field, right? So it's holes everywhere. So therefore, now again, that's real football. There's nothing wrong with that. That's real football. But in a video game sense, what's real talent? If you can match up with me at every position and we equal across the board, I got the same abilities, you got the same abilities, we equal across the board, what makes you better than me? Because it ain't the team. You're not just going to beat me up because you got the Chiefs for the first 3 seasons while I'm building the Jets. You're not going to beat me up right now. Now, we at the point now where these guys that, really don't win games or can't win, they can come in a game and really match up with you. And if you're not on your game, you lose that game now. And we see that in the NFL all the time. Look, the Jets should have not.
Given Sunday.
You know what I'm saying? Any given Sunday. So now your league is that way now, where any given Sunday, real life shit, you really can lose a game to somebody that you might think you could put 60 up on every time you play them, and you can't. But when you playing online, you can do that. If your team is just better online and you beating this guy by 6 touchdowns every time, he can't do nothing to change that because he don't have the talent to change that, right? But in franchise mode, you can do a lot to change that. And what better than to just sit here and spend time looking at your team and really feeling like you're a GM, really feeling like you're an owner, then really feeling like you're a coach, and then really feeling like you're a player. Simple as that. You know what I mean?
I know when we did the share play earlier, and I was watching. I mean, I was looking at some of the teams. I was kind of tripping off of, like, when I was looking at Washington. They had like their best player was Apke.
Right.
And so I was like, and then I looked and I was like, damn, he's 32. But then I had to really recondition my brain to what I was looking at. Right. And it's just like down the line, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, equal and level playing field, which is going to get us into, you know what I'm saying, like what we have going on and doing, like the ground, the ground zero league and all that stuff. Man, we got an interesting concept with that.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about where 2 like minds came together to decide what we're going to do going forward as far as leagues right now. So on both consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, by Madden 22, we will have 4 leagues on each console. The new Xbox, the new PlayStation, all that, even 4, because we know it's gonna be some time for a
Yep.
lot of guys to catch up with the 5. Shit, I don't even got the 5 yet. So with that being said, and what we're doing is we're doing 2 concepts. All right, so Coach DC loves the fantasy drafting leagues, love those,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And I run the real draft league where we bring in a real college and high school kids as deep as you want to go, depending on your league, right? So now we're combining all this stuff together now. So when you come and you join the fantasy league and we get through that draft, the first draft we're gonna do will be real life players coming in with real attributes and all that stuff now, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you got real draft. So you're gonna better choose. So we're gonna have a top tier league and a tier right under that league. Now that tier under that league might be for the guys that, I'm just learning how to play this franchise mode shit. I want to better learn with guys that's similar to me instead of me getting my ass kicked all crazy like that. Let me
Hmm.
earn my way up to that top league. You know what I'm saying? So you win a
Right.
Super Bowl in the bottom league, and it's not the bottom league. It's just the tier under league. So we got 2 leagues: top tier league A and the B, right? So that B
Right.
league can get you in that A league, depending on your success, and it doesn't have to just come off of wins, but activity is everything too. You're a guy that play
Yes.
all your games. You know what I mean. You in the chats and you always a part of what's going on. Man, that'll bring you up to the next tier group. So you got 4
It's
leagues.
also a way to get upgrades.
Go ahead. Yep. So everything we doing right now, man, is for franchise mode. So even if you guys that want to start your own leagues, we're here to give you the blueprint to be able to do that. So you're gonna be able to, yo, coach, can you give a plug of your network when it comes down to your leagues, the PCEN channel
Yeah.
and all that? Can you give a plug for that real fast?
It's Play Callers Elite Network, man. I got some great players over there. I mean, like endless on both sides of the console. Once I released the video this morning, just kind of plugging the leagues and opening, because registration is now open on CoachDC404.com. You will be able to choose, or it's a drop down, or something you can pick to choose what league you're going to be in. Um, so this is like a great thing. What we're doing is we're building something for the community, for the Madden community, for the regular guys who just are, or might just be into franchise. There's a lot of guys
Right.
that don't play much. There's a lot of guys that don't like to play online, and there are guys who are looking for some place where they can go. Um, it's basically, what we're trying to build is almost like a 24-hour access kind of channel, leagues where things are always happening. It's always a place where guys can come and bounce stuff off each other, and some of that stuff might not even be Madden.
Right.
We get into a whole, if you ever seen any of these chats, trust me, there's a whole lot of talk in there that's not Madden.
And we got a lot of shit coming within that, man. Like, so in these 4 leagues, you're gonna be offered a lot of things, man. We'll go into detail on the website for sure, but definitely you're gonna be. It's what we're offering is way more than you just playing a game. Every time you pick up the sticks, you just feel like turning your game on to play a game. We offering a reality show of Madden football, and we're gonna give
Hmm.
you exactly what you see on Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays. You're gonna give you all that. So you're gonna better come to our channels. Primetime game spots. You're gonna catch one on Mad Franchise Junkies. You're gonna catch one on
Yep.
Coach DC channel, and they're gonna be the primetime games. But commentating behind it. We're gonna be shouting out players of the weeks, all that stuff. We get putting out highlights, putting out shows. It's just
Yes.
nonstop content coming out, man. Like you wake up and you want to look at Good Morning Football, and at the same time, an hour later, you get to look at Good Morning Madden. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Right.
all
There
that
you
stuff
go.
is there for you to
Boy.
better look at it, and we gonna keep you so entertained that you ain't gonna have no choice but to get down and lay down. It's just that simple.
That's right.
Nobody's gonna be doing what we doing, but here's the catch to it. You're a guy in one of these leagues and you want to run your own damn league. Here's the catch. You can come right to us and get exactly the info you need to get those leagues started and branch off where you're doing your own thing too while you're enjoying the fun that we got. And we just keep it going. And at the end of the day, by the time we get to Madden 23, this thing will be a worldwide network to the
That's right.
point where it's all
Speaking.
about us, the entire community. You know what I mean? It's time for
Yep.
Connect the Franchise Mode to be shown and known for what we really are. Because some of the best players are sitting in this mode, and we are not getting the exposure we need to get. And it's just that
No,
simple.
no, and that's what you speaking is you speaking that into existence, because what we're the Madden franchise is the stepchild, is the forgotten person,
Right.
what of the black sheep of the family.
Uh
And so
huh.
it's like, okay, since they're not going to give us what we want, we'll create an avenue for people to we'll create the workarounds, and we will create our own little community and network where everybody can come play in one community, one network. We can network amongst leagues, and so now what'll happen is we'll have a full network of running active full leagues.
Mm-hmm.
We'll speak amongst each other, like men, and we'll work out whatever differences there are. The main thing is we're building something, guys. So it's not going to be perfect. Don't come in and think it's going to be perfect to start with. It's not. It's not. No, we figuring this thing out, but we have a great blueprint. We definitely have the passion and motivation to make this happen. And what we need is good, solid guys, people who play their games, people who come in, be respectful, play your games, keep it Madden, keep it competitive. Let's compete to the hilt, because what happens is they're gonna start watching us eventually. Watch what I tell you.
Follow the dream, trust the work. Don't wait for the dream to become a reality. Simple as that.
Yep.
Don't be one of those guys that hear the dream, see what we got coming up, and then wait until it's already a finished product. Be the guy that put your footprint on the activity we got going on while it's at the beginning stages of it. Be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're looking for people. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. Y'all got to understand what we're trying to build. We're not just building something for us to. We're building something where we're trying to. We're really trying to create something big where we can have people who run their own leagues, and this thing can work out for everybody, where everybody eats, everybody gets um, the right amount of attention and
Mm-hmm.
everything. The leagues,
Mm-hmm.
it might be Wednesday night, might be such and such league night. So that might be the night that a couple, we take the night off from our primetime games, and it's their night. Let them showcase, and then everybody comes into the league. Everybody comes into the league, comments in the chat. Everybody who comes in comments in the chat, you get a 1 point upgrade for any guy you may have that's a 70 to a 80 overall.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm
It's gonna be
saying?
all type of shit,
Yeah.
and like, and if
Yeah.
this shit don't work unless the commissioners are hard-working commissioners for their league. So at the end of the day, like a lot of you guys don't understand some of the process. I'll be like, yo, I'm busy, I'm working, I'm doing these things. Really sit back for the guys that's been in my league since 17. Really sit back and think about how easy access you got to me, how hard it is for me to do half the things I do for you guys. And it's not because I want money from y'all or whatever the case may be. It's because I want you to have the same feeling I get when I play this game. So the work that we do is enough for y'all to understand where we coming at with this thing, man. Because I can stand in front of what I'm about to say. I know you don't go nowhere else and get what you get when you come to an AntHits Madden Franchise
That's right,
Junkies
boy.
league. And
Yeah.
and it's not because AntHits is the guy in Madden Franchise Junkies. It's the Madden Franchise Junkies team. So
Yep.
with that being said, the team I got around me is strong supporters, and they work
Man.
their asses off as well to
Yep.
bring this to y'all. So not only should you be supporting it, you should be wanting to be a part of it, and you should be wanting to be able to take those concepts and take it where I'm offering it. I'm not hiding nothing no more. Everything's on the platform right now. Take what I do. Understand how I'm building these rosters or what I'm doing, and make your league better, yo. Make your league better. You don't have to have by season 7 an all 99 out roster. You could do it in the way you want it to be done, and we're going to touch all that when we make our leagues. We're not just going to be, oh, you got to look like this Game of Thrones league. Nope, this is a no-name league that we do this in. Real draft will be real football, and if you want that real sim style football, come get down with us. That's what we do right now, and that's what we're working on right now. And Coach, I appreciate everything, man. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Bro, you already know how much
Like it's
love
so
and
hard
respect
not to
it
kick
is
it
right
with you
now,
every day
bro.
because the process is just everything's happening right in front, man. Listen, my Instagram page ain't never been chipping as much as it's chipping right now, and it's all because people see it, man. You be surprised, man. Don't be the guys that already have. Listen, if you in Coach DC league already and you in my league already, don't think because you already in the league you safe and all this and that and you good. Nah, man, you gotta show the same support that these outside guys that, man. I had a guy from Germany hit me yesterday for the first
Yes.
time, bro.
Yes, sir. They don't
He won a
understand that,
roster,
bro.
coach. Look, he won a roster
Yeah.
and he don't even got a league. Listen, for my offline league, can you make the roster for me? What you want? Full draft class? What you need? This and that. I need the full real life draft class, man. How much is the price tag? I give him the price tag, and there wasn't no. Yeah, I'll holler at you, coach.
Nah.
When do I send it? Simple as that.
That's
Damn,
it, man.
that's how I go. All right. Well, guess what? What happens if you that guy that be able to? Okay, Ant gave me the tools. Coach DC gave me the tools. I could do this shit too, man. It's just that simple. Let's get to the work, man. Let's have fun and let's build this thing a little better because all the attention goes to Mutt. All the money goes to Mutt. All the attention goes to Mutt, and we got a million plus that play this mode, and our voices was heard when we put that hashtag fix connect the franchise mode.
Correct,
when we
sir.
put that out, they realized how many people really play this game for just to connect the franchise mode. And then, to be honest, we're the diehard real mad football guys. All right, they're not building this game for us to enjoy because we like the real football. They're building this game for little Johnny to wake up, get the game. Throw a touchdown and then tell his mom he needs some money for a better car. That's what they building this game for, right? We want them to build this game for the real players, the real guys that really want to play real football. Simple as that. And the voices is heard right now, and we not playing those games coming down the stretch. So get down or lay down. It's just that simple. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
what it do, bro.
Now,
That's
Coach,
what it
man,
do,
are you inside the league right now, man? I know I share played. I want you to better see what's going on right now. This is the big matchup tonight, man, between me and the Packers, bro. A little bit on the Packers, man. We call him Mr. Stickwork himself. His run game is try. I've watched him play in leagues that he got kicked out of because the top guys over there couldn't beat him. Simple as that. Flat out. Couldn't beat him, get rid of him. We don't want him. Go over there and play in Ant's league. We don't want you. Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Magic stick. You got that magic stick.
This
work,
guy
boy.
is going to run the football. I'm going to go to some of the stats right now. I'm going to just talk about the Packers for a second, and we're going to go to player stats and see what he done this year.
I still have this stuff up. So yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so he got a second-year quarterback in Ezekiel 4 who threw for 3,495 yards, 37 touchdowns, 17 INT, 67% completion. Is that a successful season for this guy?
Yeah.
67%. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, look, picks are relative on this game. It's like you're gonna throw so many picks on this game, but I mean, shoot, any time you can put that many yards up in Madden, especially on this game where the AI defenders are all crazy and all that other nonsense, man. Shoot, this dude getting it, dog. He getting it. But now, you say he's a run. Wait a minute. You say he's a runner, though. Yeah, that's what I'm. Wait a minute.
Exactly. So we watching him throw the ball at a high level, and then we get to what he really do best at. So now I'm on George Barkley in the rushing attack right now. 258 attempts this season. All right, now he got a backup rookie, O.J. Simpson Jr., the murderer's son. Now I'm talking about with 126, baby juice. You know what I mean? That's little juke spots. So his starting running back, 258 carries. He got 2,520 yards, 9.8 yards a carry, 34 rushing touchdowns. Fumbled 3 times on the season. So out of 258 attempts, 3 fumbles. I think that's a solid season as well. We look at these numbers right now and be like, yeah, he's shitting. But, like, we've seen better out of this guy. This guy is leading the NFL in career touchdowns. He broke the single-season rushing record. He broke the single-season touchdown rushing record with this guy. He's going into a 6th season right now, and he's been averaging 34 touchdowns a season. Like, if I could just click on him by himself and go to his stats itself, this is what he's done since 2021. In his rookie season, 15, 54, 24 touchdowns. Year 2, 25 touchdowns. Year 3, 42 touchdowns. But then this guy in season 4 had 3,321 yards on the ground. He averaged 12.8 yards a carry, 57 touchdowns. Do you understand what I'm about to have to face tonight?
Man,
I mean,
I'm sitting here like, man, it's all right. So when you look at that. When you look at that tip, what is he? I mean, like, what would you say his greatest strength is? You said it's his stick work. So defensively, or offensively.
Both. Offensively, his run game is really, really strong, and it comes down to him understanding how to control his player. It's just that simple. Like, he just do different things with the football. Like, it's almost like he plays offensive lineman. He's a starting center for HBU team. school in North Carolina. So he knows football, right? But he's a blocker himself. So as a running back, when he's controlling his running back, he sees the game as a lineman. So he understands the holes and all that. So what happens is he just completely has total control over a player. So some of the things where you might try to bounce it to the outside and it slow your guy completely down, he doesn't slow down in those moments. He has that new age. He understands how to do the stop and go stuff that people be doing on YouTube. He just he can do all that. Then it comes down to the running back being who he is and how he's built as well. You have to deal with that aspect of it. So when you need to stop him from getting that extra 3 yards, he's going to get it, especially if he's on fire because of the traits he got on this guy. So at the end of the day, he literally, and there's nothing you can really do to stop it. You just got to slow him down. And in the process of that, trying to slow him down, you saw what his passing numbers look like. So this is, you know what I mean? It's hard to defend, right? It's hard to defend here. When it comes down to his receiver, we call this kid Big Ballin' Bennett. Martin Bennett, 51 catches. This is a down year for this receiver, though. 51 catches, 1236, 13 touchdowns. So what he did, I know I'm looking at his stats right now as a team. He heard me screaming last year. You guys only got making one player do work and shit like that, where we got 3 and 4 at every position. I got 3,000-yard receivers and da da da. He took into consideration. You know what? Let me get these other guys going too, because you never know when you need a big catch out of your second and third receivers. You know what I'm talking about? So
the others.
Right. But Martin, this guy right here is probably the most electrifying player outside of Lamar Jackson in our league. And why? You cannot kick the ball to him. So when you talk about stick work, think about what I'm saying right now. He's won and changed games off a punt return and a kick return, and it's on a regular. It's not like this happens once in a blue moon. This is, if you kick the ball to him, you are waiting for a touchdown to happen because of what he do with his controller. Simple as that, right? This guy is very special. He actually got him on a block. He in his 5th season, probably one of the best receivers, if not the best playmaker in the league, and he's on a block right now. So I don't know if that's a money thing or he's just tired of him. I don't know, but I wouldn't be trying to get rid of this kid. But I got to defend him. This is a matchup I got to deal with. So just their first 3 players on offense, we saw a quarterback that's playing at a high level, a running back that flat out we can call the top running back in the league. Not flat out, because we got some guys we could argue that with. We can call him the best running back in the league, though, right? Numbers wise, he's always leading the league in rushing. So here we go. Then you get this receiver who's a dog. Now that's 3 weapons he got on offense to go along with a stacked offensive line right now that I have to worry about. I would say his best play he runs is stretch, and he's really good at it. But he has a system that he does in the passing and run game that's really hard to defend right now. When it comes down to his team defensively, what you're going to see is a guy that uses both safeties. And just look, Andreas Pedro Morales is a safety for him. All right, 7 sacks, 10 interceptions, 19 tackles for loss. But his other safety is Antoine Winfield Jr. You see it, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 13 interceptions. He uses both of these guys. This is who he controls. So he does so much. He can come down and play in a run game with these safeties, and he can get back there and play coverage as well with these safeties right now. So I'm dealing with a guy that in the passing game, he can get to click on and get to wherever he need to get to at any moment, and then he can control the game in a run game, and he can throw the ball at a good level enough to better keep you honest. It's a hard game coming up, as you can see.
Basically, I would think first downs are real important defensively. Like you playing against an explosive guy, the main thing is to try to get him into predictable, down and distance situations where he does not have the run pass option. You want to force him into a one or the other, so you can kind of set your defense to whatever it is at the time.
Right.
If he's getting 5 or more on first down, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
right. And then what makes it hard? Look, so last year's Super Bowl went like this. Last year's Super Bowl against him went. His running back had about 280 and about 4 or 5 touchdowns, and mine's had 300 and 4 or 5 touchdowns. Went into overtime, and the person that had the ball last won the game. That's simple. And really everything happened through the run game on both sides. I will say this. I pity him in a situation where he had to put drives together, and it still didn't matter. He put the drives together. And I became the guy that had one play touchdowns for the most part.
Mm.
I don't think we can win this game if we have to have that same type of outcome. If he can put drives together,
Mm.
and we got to better match it and better put those drives together as well.
Oh yeah.
So I would say his X factor in this game on offense is completely George Barkley, the running back. Um, our keys will have to be trying to stop him, slow him down, and make him have to throw the ball more than run the ball. And that's saying a lot. Now, when it gets to
Right.
me and the Ravens team, regular season, this season we definitely took some steps back in how we play. For our stat wise, right?
Right.
Usually what you're gonna see out of this Raven team is you're gonna see 3,000 yard rushers and you're gonna see
Okay.
3,000 yard receivers, right? But this year, I think the passing game became a high thought process for me. So for Lamar to throw for 5,042 yards, 56 touchdowns, 23 picks, 70%, that tells you where I was at with it this season when it comes down to the passing game. Lamar has been 1,000 yard rusher for me 4 out of the 7 seasons. But this season is his lowest rushing output, only
Mm.
because at this point we're built good enough where he doesn't have to run the ball for us.
As much, right?
Right. So, but I still think he's always going to be the X factor in this game,
Yeah.
as well because of who he is. So you got two guys with two of the most explosive players in the league coming up against each other. And then when it comes down to the rushing game, again, I spread the ball out. Numbers never really look like this for me. I'll usually have Najee Israel, Anthony Israel, and Lamar Jackson always 1,000 yard backs. But we didn't run the ball as much. 115 carries, 92 carries, 53,
We
and
went to the
37.
pass.
Yeah. So when you get to the passing game, we got rid of Hollywood Brown this season because we drafted this rookie, Mike McEwen, Mr. White Mike, what I call him. 81
Yeah.
catches. He has 17
I
touchdowns.
see him getting to it on all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
videos.
And then the kid Poppy Galloway, you got a 6'6", 220 guy that played football
Ooh.
the way you taught it. Go, thank you, Coach
Right.
DC. Go get it. Red zone threat.
Go get that
He's
thing.
going to go get that thing. 11 touchdowns. And then the best receiver on my team right here, Maurice Teller, almost 200 and something yards under that 1,000 yard mark, but he still reached 10 touchdowns. So when it comes down to the Ravens, it's the front offensive line, Lamar Jackson just being a weapon, and then on defense, it just comes down to flat out if we can make you, we got dogs at linebacker and D line, right? So we can force you into passing the football. You got to be able to deal with
Yeah.
one of the best secondaries in the league. Simple as
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
If you get guys in the area, once you start to get those acrobat and one step ahead dudes, if you can play a good solid enough defensive scheme to keep a guy in the area, they're going to make a play.
right,
For the
right.
most part. Yep.
Right. So yeah. So like with that being said, man, this is a scare. Like again, this is the rematch from last year's Super Bowl. Both of us are two Super Bowl winners. So like he has two, I got two.
Okay.
The Cardinals have a Super Bowl. The Eagles have a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Um, and then me and him have two. Uh,
Okay.
so right now this contest is who's going to have the third Super Bowl. Now I said this on a couple shows ago before we close out. Um, we're both playing for a third Super Bowl right now. He's won his Super Bowls in year 2 and 3, and then he haven't won a Super Bowl since. I won my Super
Mm.
Bowls in seasons 5 and 6, and this being season 7. What determines a dynasty? So if the
Mm.
Packers win this Super Bowl, he gets his third, and say what 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, he get 3 in 7 years. Does that make him a dynasty?
Yeah, 3 and 7. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
amongst because of the parity, because
Right.
it hasn't all been dominated by one person. It's pretty much two guys, and then everybody else kind of has one. So yeah,
Right.
yeah. For the moment, anyway. Yeah.
All right. And then if
Absolutely.
we win tonight, we won 3 straight. That's three. That's back to back to back. There's only a few real teams in real life that's done that.
Mm.
So does that put us, or do we have to have that third Super Bowl for us to be a dynasty? Are we a dynasty now with 2 back to back Super Bowls? We played in 4 Super Bowls and won 2, or no? We played in. I lost to the. Yep, we played in 4 Super Bowls and won 2. So I'm 2 for 2 in the Super Bowls.
Okay, I would say this right now. You're definitely the most dominant team because of the consecutive Super Bowl wins.
Okay.
And so or at least the most recent. Um, if you win back to back to back, then yeah, that takes you to a different plateau than pretty much everybody else. Not only were you able to win more, you were able to win them all in succession, which whenever that streak is broken, that's gonna be tough to repeat.
Right, 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 right. So you see the severity of this game tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dog. You know I'm gonna be in attendance, bro. All I need is the word of when it's going down. You know I'm gonna be in attendance, dog. I've been watching lately, so.
Right,
Oh yeah.
right. So this
Oh
game
yeah.
should be played by 6 o'clock. Yo, T, you on here? 6 o'clock a good time for you? This game should be played by 6. I'm quite sure he probably ready right now. I got a little bit of things to check on real fast, and then I'll be
Okay.
ready to rock and roll. So, what I'll do is I'll get back to you and let you know the exact time so you can tune in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we
Just
can get
hit
this
me up,
thing
man.
going, man. Listen, man, I appreciate you doing something that most guys wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Thanks for they cancel workouts so we can play whenever. All right, bet. Yep. All right, so 6. We're gonna aim it for 6, my boy.
Okay, man. I'm
So
gonna be there, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. Looking forward to getting this thing cracking and off the ground, man. Because I think these guys are really gonna enjoy this. Gonna be something special.
man, give these guys a plug on how they can get to your channel, and if they want to do a one-on-one lab with you, things that they can do to get there before you get up out of here.
All right. You can hit my website, CoachDC404.com. Just hit the schedule session tab. If you want a private session, YouTube channel is CoachDC404.com. Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, same thing, man. Guys, I'm excited, man. Let's get ready to roll. Let's get ready to roll.
Great, knock this thing down. So you're now in the phone grade blow up, so you already know how that's great go. So
Ah,
again, man, this is AntHits the franchise guru, man. Y'all live with me. Hey, listen, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, my boy Coach DC. Again, 404. I'm mad I just gave y'all the plug for him because now y'all gonna be looking at some of this shit I got to see. I'm tired of this shit. We gotta get it going right now. Holla at us when you holla at us, you heard? Holla.
man.